whatever's coming up. I'm not sure what your plans are, Marianne, what you've got coming up, but probably in July, August.
July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah, sure.
I've noticed that some people, when they do a post, they then do a huge amount of comments on their own post. So I know that there's some kind of algorithm about, you know, getting those comments on there, which, you know, I do use, but like some people, that it's like huge, the author themselves, and then they come up that they're trending. So like I clicked on one the other day, this person's trending, so, you know, comment. So you go on it and actually all the comments are by themselves. So is LinkedIn not that smart?
Well, the trending, it might just be coincidence. The trending means that you are trending in that, for that hashtag at that snapshot in time. So I often get told I'm trending for LinkedIn, and I go and look, and there's like 20 people have, you know, liked it. So it's not like a massive amount of people. It's just a snapshot. So there's that, but also the whole commenting and tagging people don't like to be tagged, firstly. So if you tag a lot of people in those, and a lot of those types of things, they tag a whole heap of people to try and orchestrate engagement, and it's inauthentic. And if you tag someone and they don't respond back, you're actually penalized, because in the, you know, the signal, you're actually showing LinkedIn that those people are not interested in what you have to say anyway, and you've tagged them. So it's not a good activity. But in terms of algorithm, there's been a big update in the last week. So rather than just focusing on comments and likes, the big focus now is called dwell time. So dwell time is the amount of time you spend on someone's post. So as you go down the home feed and you dwell on something, and actually, you know, LinkedIn knows you're dwelling on it. And that's what it's measuring now. Not just how many comments and likes you can get, because you can game that. There are things called pods, which we've talked about in previous events, where it's all orchestrated. It's just fake engagement, or as I like to call it, fakefluence. You're just creating, you know, you're now we're talking about mindset and ego and tall poppy syndrome. That's like you're having a whole party by yourself in your kitchen. No one can, you know, it's just not authentic. So you want to be doing it the right way. And if your content is written in an engaging way, people are going to stop and dwell. I don't know who you was. Dwell's not a word we actually use, is it? But we're going to dwell on it and read it. And notice the stuff that you do stop and read, you know, and do that yourself. And so if you just share, like if I was to share, say Vicky's article, and I was to share it, and I just shared it without any comments, there's no context to why I'm sharing it. Firstly, there's no opportunity for me to put my stamp on it, my thoughts. Whereas if I actually stopped and said something about, like, say it was, you know, around mindset, I might say mindset, blah, 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 and put my own spin on. Now, this is the thing I got in trouble for this week from the lady who I've now recently removed, because I shared her content with my thoughts on it, and then shared her article, and it's exactly what I teach, and she didn't like it. She had an issue and accused me of plagiarism. So there's some strange people out there. So yeah, most people like it when you share their stuff, but it's actually a good thing to do, to share someone's stuff and put your spin on it, because you're actually then raising brands together. But she just misunderstood the whole concept of how to engage. But if Marianne shared a post and I was to share her content, and I put my words around how important it is to have an authentic visual and social voice, then I'm actually agreeing with her, raising her brand together. And it's that, Reggie's not here, but I always get this saying wrong. It's the whole rising tide raises all ships or boats, or whatever the saying is. I always get wrong. You know, I think that's just, you know, what we do, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't know if that's helpful.
I was on a 2-hour link up today, and it was, so I work with actors as well with their personal branding, and this workshop was to do specifically for actors, and one of the things was that the expert was saying, you know, it's really important to learn how to share someone else's articles, particularly if it's a casting director or someone like that. So because what it does is it shows them that you're interested, but not only that, and this is also one of the things that I teach, so it resonated with me, and that's why I'm telling you this, is that you know, you share something because they've got the expertise, but you're not forcing yourself on them, because that's the worst thing that you can do. Also with other entrepreneurs, but specifically with casting directors, you know, you don't want to just force yourself on them. So if you share something really cool that they've written, they're going to see you anyway. They're going to see that you've done that, and they're going to be appreciative because obviously they know that you now know that they've got the chops and you're sharing their stuff. So obviously you've put yourself on their radar without actually saying, hey, book me, you know, look at my audition because I want a job. You're already on their radar. So sharing other people's stuff done properly is, you know, it's a win-win. And Joe, like, it's really, that cracks me up that, you know, because that's happened to you a couple of times, hasn't it? A couple of times that's happened. And it just cracks me up when...
Same person, actually. It's happened twice with this person. It's the first time, actually, that's the first time I met her. I shared something of hers and tagged her to give her credit. And she rang me in a panic about it, telling me that I'd done the wrong thing and blah, blah, blah. And then she removed me. And then I let her back in and we had another issue. And then, anyways, long story.
She really lacks confidence when that sort of thing happens.
It's a shame.
So, you know,
and also I think it's that whole collaborative spirit and understanding intent as well. I think, you know, it's good to, I mean, if someone knows me well, they know that I'm a collaborator and I can't not share anybody's stuff and talk about someone who's awesome. And her article was brilliant. But I had to remove my post so I wasn't upsetting her. But and the thing is, the more out there you are, the more chance you have of people either not liking you or disagreeing with you or having an issue with, because you are out there being confident, or, you know, even if it is...
She has to adjust her mindset.
Yes.
Right, Vicky? Absolutely. She has a real issue with her mindset.
But I can't do anything about that. That's, you know...
No.
Not, you know, it's a journey, isn't it, that we're all on. And unfortunately, there are people out there that are not going to understand where you're coming from. And that's where that, like, talk about the bullying side of things, that can happen. People can understand, get involved.